The French President Emmanuel Macron was in China for a state visit, and it was his fourth state visit to the country. The main focus this time was shoring up bilateral trade relations. However, there's one diplomatic issue that both Macron and the Chinese President Xi Jinping have chosen to focus on.
China and France should demonstrate their responsibility, uphold the banner of multilateralism, penetrate the fog of uncertainty, and firmly stand on the right side of history.
And so what we stand for is believing in effective multilateralism. And I believe that this is also what China stands for. And it is in the interest of both China and France to defend this effective multilateralism to address contemporary challenges. Because anything that separates us will make us much less effective.
Now, both the leaders spoke about multilateralism, about making a more equitable world order. Was not a dig that was named at a third nation, but before we come to that, let's in fact see as to how Macron's trip has unfolded. The French president arrived in China on Wednesday evening and met with Xi Jinping the following day. Xi held a grand welcome ceremony for Macron at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. The French president was given a 21-gun salute and a guard of honor. The Macron then held bilateral talks with Xi, and they discussed travel, trade, cooperation, and also the war in Ukraine. Now, this is also when Xi Jinping made his comments on multilateralism. Now, Xi and Macron also attended a meeting of the China-France Business Council, and Macron met other senior Chinese leaders such as Premier Li Qiang. And amidst all the meetings, China and France have signed 12 agreements. They cover issues such as population, aging, nuclear energy, and panda conservation. However, the monetary value of the agreements was not disclosed, and notably Xi Jinping did not approve an order for 500 jets from Airbus. And once the day's work was done, Macron proceeded to take in the sights. The French First Lady Brigitte Macron had spent time on Thursday with her Chinese counterpart Peng Liyuan. The two had toured the People's Art Theatre in Beijing. And later that day, the French president and his wife departed for Chengdu. In a rare gesture, Xi Jinping accompanied him. Now, Xi Jinping almost never accompanies his guests outside of Beijing, and both presidents took in the sights at Chengdu, including an irrigation system built around 250 BC. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Macron was also spotted taking a jog that day, and the French First Lady was reunited with a panda that she had helped name. The panda had been born in the French zoo in 2017, and Brigitte Macron was thrilled to see how much her panda Godson had grown. And later that day, the French President Emmanuel Macron went to Sichuan University to make a speech, and he was given a very enthusiastic welcome by the students. It was at the university that Macron spoke about the need for multilateralism. Macron said that cooperation between world powers was cracking up, and this was the result of divisive rhetoric. And the French president said this at a time when Europe has been sidelined, especially when it comes to the Ukraine war. The United States has effectively barred the Europeans from the negotiating table. The American President Donald Trump is pursuing his America First agenda in everything from diplomacy to tariffs and trade. So were the comments from Macron and Xi Jinping a reference to the danger of breaking old partnerships? For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.